I took matters into my own hands when my little sister was stalked, and maybe went too far. This is going to be hard to explain, but I've got to get it off my chest. A few months ago, my little sister, let's call her Emily, started noticing some weird things happening. She'd find notes in her locker, someone would knock at her door late at night, but when she opened it, no one was there. Things like that. She's 17, so naturally, I thought maybe it was just some messed up prank, right? I told her to ignore it, but then it got worse. One night, Emily came to me crying. She said someone was following her home from school. The next day, I drove her to school, watched her walk in, and I stayed nearby. Half an hour later, I saw him. This guy was lurking around, looking sketchy, just waiting for her to leave. My blood boiled. That was it. No one messes with my sister. I approached him, calm at first, but once I saw the way he looked at her, I lost it. I grabbed him by the collar, pulled him aside, and asked, "Who are you and what the hell do you want with my sister?" He was a scrawny guy, maybe late 20s, but there was something about his eyes that sent a chill down my spine. He said he was just looking out for her but didn't explain anymore. I told him if he ever went near her again, I'd make sure he regretted it. I should have stopped there, but I didn't. I found out where he lived. It wasn't hard. I used a couple of tricks I'd learned over the years. I showed up at his place at night, knocked on his door. He opened it, looking surprised. I didn't even give him a chance to speak. I shoved him into his apartment, slammed the door behind me, and locked it. "You're gonna tell me everything about you, now," I demanded. I knew I was scaring him, but I didn't care. I couldn't let him get away with it. The whole time, he stammered, trying to come up with some lame excuse, but I didn't want to hear it. I pressed him harder, mentally breaking him down, making him realize how much danger he was in. At some point, I started to feel like I was losing control. I wasn't just punishing him for what he'd done to Emily. I was enjoying it. The power, the fear in his eyes, it felt good. Too good. I pushed him further, demanding he swear to stay away from her forever, or else. The thing is, I didn't know where the line was anymore. By the time I was done with him, he was a broken mess, both physically and mentally. I left his apartment with a sick feeling in my stomach, but I was convinced I'd done the right thing. Later that week, Emily told me the guy had stopped showing up. She was relieved, but I couldn't shake the thought that I might have crossed a line. I went too far, didn't I? I broke him, in ways I didn't even think were possible, and now I wonder if I became just as bad as the guy I was trying to protect her from. But what would you have done? Would you have just called the cops, or would you have handled it the same way I did?